Hey again, it's time for some constructed now. This is my standard deck, which I'm going to be taking through a daily event in a little bit. And I've been doing pretty well with it, so I'm pretty happy with it. It's the most expensive deck I've ever played with, mainly just because of these three cards. I don't even have the full four, but three works really well. I mean, I still have, having three Jace Bellerans and three Jace the Mind Sculptors, you end up with hands that are full of Jaces, and I couldn't imagine needing a fourth one. But yeah, it's blue-black control, and it's a pretty powerful deck in my opinion. It has the full set of Preordains and a single Spell Pierce as its one drops. The Preordains are pretty standard in any blue deck, and the Spell Pierce was something I just put in recently because I used to have two Consuming Vapors, and I took them both out and I had to replace them. And it's pretty good. I always had Spell Pierces and Consume the Meek's board, but after making room in my deck, putting one Spell Pierce and one Consume the Meek main, they sort of work with opposite decks. Spell Pierce is only really good or it's best when it's countering their counterspell, and you win a counter war when they don't expect it because you only have one mana up. But it's also good on the draw if you need to counter their like Colony Heart Expedition for Valakut, or the Pyromancer's Ascension. So it works pretty well, and then I have more to side in against control if I need to take out their counter spells and win in the counter war. It has its removal is in Doomblade, and then Into the Royal works pretty well to bounce whatever threats to give you time, and Mana Leak is works exceptionally well at keeping their board clear. And a lot of control games, you don't have to have a Mana Leak in hand, because if you act like you have a Mana Leak, all good players are going to play around it. So you can hold them off without having a Mana Leak for a long time. It's got the 6 Jaces and 2 Mimic Vats, works really well. I put this in my deck to see how it went before Jerry T made his deck and started playing with Mimic Vat, and so after I saw that I was like, well, I guess that was a good idea then. If pros are doing it, then that's just great, I'll keep doing it. Seagate Oracles as a creature I can play early that draws me some cards, and then this is my finishes package. I did want to try to see how Abyssal Persecutors went, because a lot of the decks are playing Abyssal Persecutors, but I don't own any, and they're 20 tickets each. I spent a lot on this deck, but if I win some more, I'll try them out. I've got 3 Frost Titans, which is usually the better Titan, but if they have like a Jace out and you've got nothing to answer it, and they can just bounce your Frost Titan, then a Grave Titan is better, so I have one in there. And all these one-ofs are pretty easy to find with Preordain and shuffling up Jace and brainstorming, so it works pretty well. In the sideboard, there's more for the aggro matchup. Side in all of the Disfigures and the Consume the Meeks, and usually if you get one Consume the Meek, you're pretty well to win that game, and if you get 2, there's no way they're coming back. Memory sides against the Primeval Titan decks, where you just take out the Primeval Titan. They've got no middle game, and you just you've got complete rule of the game, and you can have plenty of counters for all their they have like 2 or 3 of Avenger of Zendikar, 1 of Gaia's Revenge. It's so you can't counter Gaia's Revenge, but if they have to draw through their deck to get it, then you're pretty well set up to defend against it. Then against the control, you've got all these counter spells that you bring in, so you can win counter wars. And then the Tectonic Edge is also against Valakut, because it's a bit hard on your colors to start with 4 Tectonic Edges, but if you need the 4th one, then you can bring it in. So I'm gonna hop in the event, and when it starts, I'll start recording the games.